Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I think this is the first video that I'm making that's not a vlog, and this is like a highly requested video. A lot of people have asked me for an everyday makeup look, so I thought, okay, why not make it for y'all. Yeah, so this is basically my everyday makeup look that I do if I'm not going for like an event, or I just want to like look put together. If you are someone who wants to do it on an everyday basis and wants like a simple but not like a hectic look, this is what I do for an everyday look. You obviously don't have to do everything that I do, but you can take inspiration from it and do your own thing. Before I jump into the video, a lot of y'all have been asking me on Instagram where I get all my jewelry from, if I can link it, etc. All my jewelry, my earrings, my chains, my rings, my bracelets, everything is from Alice Jewelers. I will put links up to their Instagram page. Yeah, you guys can go check them out. They have gold, diamond and silver jewelry, so check it out. Okay, so without talking too much like I do in all my vlogs, let's jump straight into the makeup look. I'm gonna put my hair away from my face first because I hate it when your hair's in your face when you're doing makeup, because it just gets into my makeup and gets all yucky. So the first thing I've done is to just put some lip balm on because my lips are really dry because of this medication I've been taking. I will talk about that soon in a video. Now I'm not telling y'all exactly what products I'm using or not paying too much attention to the product because it's not about the product. This video is not focused on that. It's basically focused on any products that you have at home and how to use it, rather than the product itself. So you can put like any moisturizer on that you have. Now this really depends on what kind of skin you have. I have generally like oily skin, but because of this medication I'm on, like this nose, like under the eyes, around my lips, they get like really dry, and like this part of my face, the medication I'm on is for like acne. So you guys can see there's like this side of my face is okay, but my chin and this side of my face has a lot of scarring. So it gets a little dry here. I'm not supposed to put cream on, is what my dermat said, but I kind of have to. That's why I like barely touched the cream. So I would recommend that you put some, like even if like a tiny dot of cream on your face, so that it gives your face like some suppleness for the makeup to kind of stick on, because dry skin is a big no for makeup. Okay, after that, this is a product that's there in the Indian market and it's easily available to like most people. It's not something I love, but it's okay. Since it's an everyday makeup look and it's like summer, and even if it's not summer, it's not like winter, is very, very cold here. So, and if you like the whole glowy, dewy look that everyone's really doing these days, you can use a product like this. You can honestly use any product you have. I have loads of glowy products. I just wanted to use something that's Drugstore today. Okay, so after that's done, I generally do my skin first, but I kind of want to be done with the eyes. Now it really depends on how you do your eyes. It depends on your eye shape, what you're really trying to highlight, if you're trying to make it look smaller, if you're trying to make it look bigger. I have huge eyes, but I like the way they are and I don't want to make it look smaller. So I just like highlight the features of it, but it really depends on what you're trying to do. So maybe I'll do like an in-depth video on how you can make your eye shape look different, etc. later on. But for now, it's really up to how you wear your eyeliner, if you wear eyeliner, if you wear kajal, what you're going for. It's your vibe, so do your thing. So I'm just going to show you what I do. So I always do a wing liner if I'm doing liner. So that's like a given. So what I do is I first take like any kajal that I have, and I don't like lining the outer part of my eyes, because the outer and inner parts, because I have really watery eyes and then it gets all like messy on the corners. So I'll show you what I do. I'll just come a little closer. So you can see that I'm not going on the inside of this side or here. And then I do the upper waterline, that's up to you, like the lash line. So since I have like bigger eyes, I feel like this is what works best for me. It may not be what works best for you and you don't have to do it. Now for the wing, I just find this a little easier. I use a felt tip liner, not for the entire wing, just for the outline of what I want in the wing, sorry. So I take this is from like Maybelline. I've tried a bunch of different felt tip liners, but I like this one because it's a big tip, so it's easier for me to like stamp the wing on. So what I do is I basically put it at the corner of my eye. I put it in whatever angle I want, and I kind of stamp it on. That I use this. Okay, this is one product that I will recommend because I've used a million liquid liners, and I mean, to each their own. It really takes time, but this is what I started using off when I started wearing makeup, and I've kind of just like always gone back to it. So I'm just gonna show you how I do my wing. Okay, so I basically did my wing. I hope you guys can see it. Let me know if you guys would want a video on just how to do wing liner. It took me many years to figure it out. You don't have to get it on the first try. It's so hot in Bangalore. I'm literally sweating with the AC on. Okay, anyway, so next you move on to primer. You can use any primer that you want. This is just one that I like. I will do an in-depth video if you guys are interested in like drugstore, high-end, etc, of what products to use. So I just put like a little on my chin because this is where I sweat the most, and I kind of need like my makeup to grip in this area, the lower part. My forehead is fine. I really have no trouble with that. And I put some on my nose as well, especially in these areas because like I said that it's really dry. What was left over, I just put it on my forehead. Sorry I keep looking away from the camera and looking at myself on the screen so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, so basically put primer on. So you kind of need your primer, you need to give your primer like a few minutes to kind of get into your face and sink in to be able to do what it's supposed to do. So I just do this as an in-between step so that I can kind of wait for it to dry and set while I do something else. So once your primer is like nicely put in, blended into your skin, the next step that I would do is check if my liner is sort of dry. I don't want to put mascara on when it's not because then it's just gonna get messy. So what I do is I make a really weird face. You guys should get used to it. So I look down and then you put the tip of your mascara wand at the as close as you can to your lash line, and you kind of squiggle it through. That's when your lashes really open up. So can you guys see the difference? This one's just more fanned out and more opened up compared to this one. So same thing on this side. And if you do get mascara on your lids like I did here, just wait for it to dry and then take it off. It'll come off perfectly. But if you try to fiddle with it when it's wet, it's a mess. If you want, you can put some on your lower lashes. I just put like very little because I feel like it looks like very falsy like, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. Another thing I do is, like I told you, I have very watery inner corners and it just gets wet and messy. So I don't go in with the liquid. I go in with this felt tip liner, but I don't go too close to the tip, but I'll show you guys. Okay, so I have got like a bit of a mess in the inner corner. Don't worry, you can clean that up after it dries with a Q-tip because it's so much easier, because when it's wet it moves all over the place. Okay, now going back to the base product. So now like your primer's kind of gripped on, you should have like a slightly tacky feel on your face. Now the only thing I use on an everyday basis is concealer. I don't use foundation because I feel like my skin, especially with what it is right now, it needs to breathe, and just putting layers of foundation and concealer together just don't work for my skin. What I prefer to do is just use concealer. Again, I can make a video on concealers. Let me know down in the comments what you guys would want to see. If you want to see in-depth videos on all products or single products or techniques or whatever it is you want to see, just put it down in the comments and I will make a video on it. So this is just a concealer that I have been liking a lot lately. So I just take it and I put it only in areas that I feel like I need coverage. I don't know if it's showing up much on camera, but I generally have a lot of redness in this area, a little darkness around my lips, and then this entire area, obviously because of the acne. So I just put it like, don't put it exactly on the spot, put it around it so you can blend it in, because these are creases and makeup tends to like break and separate in those areas. So put it away from the places of redness here, and then I just like go on the spots that I have. And then I just put like 3 lines here and down the nose. These isn't really because I want to cover up something. I haven't found a foundation that's exactly my shade. This is the closest I found. So this is just to kind of make the whole thing cohesive, because there's a lot going on here, and then this part of my face looks like yellow, whereas this part looks like white. So I just mix it up so that the whole thing is cohesive. Next up, you can use any kind of brushes that you're comfortable with. This is a concealer brush. This is to get in, like, you know, to really create coverage in one area, whereas this is a foundation brush, which is to kind of spread your foundation out. Now for an everyday look, I always use a foundation brush because I feel like I don't want it to be exactly in that position. I want it to kind of be spread out all around my face, and I'm not really focusing on coverage because everyday skin doesn't have to be, you know, that perfect flawless canvas that you have, right? It can have flaws. I'm not saying that you need to have flawless skin at all at any time, but I'm just saying if that's something you're going for. So it really depends on what you're going for. This is what I do. So I take the foundation brush and I just kind of like all the little that I put, I blend it out into that area. So can you see that redness that you probably noticed on camera has become a cooler toned, neutral tone now? You'll only notice the redness on camera when I put foundation on or like concealer on, because only then the shade changes. So a lot of people have a lot of darkness under their eyes, like basically dark circles. Somehow, I don't know, I generally get all kinds of issues with my skin, but somehow I haven't gotten dark circles yet. Touch wood, I hope it never happens. So I don't really need to go in with concealer under my eye. But if you are someone who has dark circles and you want to cover it, you can just put like 2-3 dots here. Like, can you see that curve here? Don't put it right up in your eye. It gets hard to blend. Put it here and then blend it upward. And when you blend, just like look down so that your skin kind of stretches there, and then just like push it in. And then same thing on the forehead. Make sure that when you blend anything into your forehead, don't just like blend and stop here. Like, you'll have to push it into your hairline a little bit, because otherwise it's very evident that that's where your makeup stops. And if your foundation is very different, I would suggest you blend it down your neck. Mine is not that different, so I just kind of put it like here and then I stop. So far I've gotten away with it, but you really need to check your neck and your face. Okay, so you can still see all the flaws in my face, which is okay for me, because I'm not looking for full coverage, flawless finish on an everyday basis. I'm just kind of looking for something like a little put together. People can most likely tell you're wearing makeup, but I'm okay with that. So yeah, so you can see that like my eyelids and my forehead or the rest of my face is a different color. I kind of use that darkness on my eyelids as like a like a natural eyeshadow. I just don't put anything on it. If you feel like it's too dark, you want to cover it up, you want to wear eyeshadow, go ahead. That's your personal choice. Or you can just like take whatever's left over in a brush and put on your eyelids. That's if you don't do your eyes before your skin. But I just like leave it normally. So yeah. So now I just got like 2 Q-tips. I just put water on it and I'm just gonna clean up the mess. I generally don't make a big mess with my liner, but because I'm doing it looking at the phone screen, I can't really see the corners and stuff, so yeah. So since this is like everyday makeup and you're probably going to be going to college or school, or I don't know if you wear makeup in school, but anyway, whatever it is, wherever you're going, you're probably going to go out, you're probably going to be like sweating, and if you are someone who touches your face a lot, your makeup's going to end up moving. So ideally, get out of the habit of touching your face, okay? And generally, to like avoid pimples and stuff, don't touch your face. But anyway, you need to like set your makeup in. It has to like stay locked in so it stays the entire day or for however long you want it to be. So the next step really depends on your blush. So I basically have 2 blushes. These are just 2 random blushes that I picked. I will show you guys my makeup collection, which is like a store, because I've been collecting makeup ever since, I don't know, I was in college. So I just picked like 2 random blushes. This is what I use on an everyday basis. It's a powder blush, because I use powder because, like I said, I'm not supposed to be putting creams or oils or any kind of creamy products on my face because of my acne. So this is a cream blush and you can use whatever you like, okay? Whatever, if you have like a dry skin type and you feel like a liquid or a cream blush works for you, amazing, go ahead, do it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna show you how you can use both if you want to. That's a little extra, but you know, whatever. So this is a cream blush. So blush placement is also a big deal, which you will learn about in the next few videos that I make, hopefully. So I put my blush over here, okay, because over here it just looks like I'm sunburned. Here I just feel like it looks a little unnatural on my face, so I just put it over here. So it helps to smile when you put blush on, because then you're able to tell what the highest parts of your cheekbone is, etc., which is important when you put blush on. Okay. And if it's like a daytime thing and not a nighttime thing, you can put a little bit just over here. I feel like it looks really cute because it looks like you're like all like blushy and red from the sun, which is a look that I like. It doesn't mean you need to like it too. I don't think the blush is showing up much on camera, but it really depends on person to person. But something I can tell you is blush is what comes off your face first. So I would say that you know, pay some attention to it. You can go slightly overboard with it before you leave your house, because by the time you reach the place that you intend to go on, most likely it's just gonna be perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the powder now, and I'm also using a brush with it. So what I do is I just like tap it here, and don't be afraid to go a little overboard because you can always fix it. Okay, so I just put it here, and then when I use the powder blush, I kind of like sweep it in a little bit. Also, another thing to keep your liquid blush on is to go over it with powder, because that'll kind of set that into place. Okay, and then I just take whatever's left on the brush and I put it here, because too much of it's gonna make you look a bit like a clown. So don't, like, you know, try not to go overboard, but you can always fix it, so don't worry about it. Next step. This looks like a lot, looks like a long video because I'm going step by step, but when you get used to it and you do it, it's really fast. I literally do my makeup in under like 5 minutes. So I just like set this area, like I said, because my makeup creases here a lot, because there's like a lot of lines and nooks and corners. So this is the area that I set it in. I like my cheeks to be like glowy, so I set it over here. this side. And then you can put a little on your under eyes, but if you have put like concealer just to fix your under eyes, then please put this in. And make sure that you look up so that it doesn't crease, because creasy concealer is just ugly. And swipe it on my forehead. Okay, now remember that you can plus or minus any of the steps that you feel is unnecessary or you just don't like. This is just what I've been doing for years, and this is what I like. So please feel free to edit it your way. So then I'm gonna just put like highlighter on. I'm using the same blush brush, and this is just the areas I put it on. Okay, that's highlighter. Yeah, so highlighter really makes your skin pop, and it's just something I personally like. If you feel like you've gone overboard with anything, take your powder brush and just go over it. You can blend your blush out, you can blend your highlighter, do whatever you want with your powder brush. You don't have to take any extra product, whatever's on it will be fine. Okay, now last step that I do is fix my eyebrows. Now I haven't done my eyebrows in like I don't know how long. I haven't gone to the parlor in forever because I've been really busy. So whatever, I'm not someone who really needs to do them, because I just like take out the extras anyway. So I haven't gone, I really can't care. So I just brush them up first, and then I take the pen, whatever this is called, crayon part, and then I just go. I don't like overdraw them or anything because my eyebrows are like pretty big. But what I do is like fill them in. So what you do is take your line like this, and then I kind of go on the top, and then kind of fill them in inside. I feel like that was super soft. I draw a line on the lower part, one on the upper part, and then I fill it in. Okay, and after you do that, the one most important step that you need to do is brush it in. You need to blend it out basically, because some people just draw their eyebrows and then don't do this last blending in, and it just looks like harsh and it just doesn't look as appealing. Yep. So this is basically the skin and the eyes, and then the last step of course is your choice, whether you're wearing a gloss, a lipstick, whatever it is you want to wear. I've just been doing this. I'm already wearing lip balm, which I kind of like as a gloss. It looks like a gloss, so I kind of just wear it like that. But for like some pinkness, I don't do red lips very often. I just feel like it's a lot on me because I have big lips, so I do pink. So yeah, this is basically the makeup that I do on an everyday basis. So if you generally see me around, this is the makeup that I have on. So that's it. That's my everyday makeup look. This is the look that I am wearing. If you see me around if you see me around anywhere on my Instagram stories, etc., I'm always wearing this, unless I'm going for an event. Let me know down in the comments if you want a specific video based on makeup or styling or fashion or whatever it is you want to see. Put it down in the comments and I'm sure that I will make a video on it. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you know when I post videos. Thank you so much for watching and being so patient with me. I love y'all.